week at Belmont, I'm Annalise Kraus. Depending on how you look at it, today can be Single Awareness Day, Valentine's Day, or Thursday. So, happy Valentine's Awareness Thursday. Along with this spirit of love, today at 10 a.m. in Massey Room 204 will be a convo titled The St. Valentine's Day Massacre and Other Tales, the gangster image in American culture. Although Ryan Gosling will probably not show, you can still see clips from classic gangster films like The Public Enemy, The Sopranos, and The Godfather. Are you athletic, have a bunch of really tall friends, or need some extra practice to not make such a fool of yourself in your volleyball class? Well, then think about signing up for intramural volleyball. Rosters are due on imleagues.com by tomorrow. Now we turn to Junior Correspondent Will Hadden, who finds himself in a strange predicament this week. Will?
Thanks, Annalise. As you're all aware, today is the day where Hallmark and chocolate stores everywhere entice us to spend money on romantic items for the object of our affections. However, what they don't tell you is that objects of affections don't always return those feelings. I mean, it's not like you go through all this trouble to get the perfect gift. And I mean perfect. Then said object of affection merely says, "Oh thanks, you're such a pal." Yeah. Friend zone like a boss. And it gets even worse. When that pretty girl can't stand you being close to her. What's personal space between people with strong affections? Obviously not a good thing. Pickup lines aren't necessarily well received either. It's not clever to ask, "Are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see." But really, it doesn't end well. Perhaps in situations like this, honesty is the best policy. So, Katie, would you like to go to dinner sometime?
Yeah, about that.
Ouch. Better luck next year, Will. Anyway, since today is all about love, it is only appropriate to explore all different variations of affection. Today at 10 a.m. in McWhorter Room 114 is a convo titled Literary Necrophilia. Now, before you write this one off, hear me out. A part of the Spring Speaker Series, Dr. David Curtis will discuss how necrophilia has been depicted through American literature. He will also pay special attention to Edgar Allan Poe's Annabel Lee. Now feel free to make your judgments. This weekend opens the theater production of On the Verge, or The Geography of Yearning. There will be performances on Saturday at 2 and 7:30 p.m. Sunday there will also be a third performance at 2 p.m. It will take place in the Trout Theater, and tickets are free for Belmont students. If listening to Belmont students play 2 originals and a raw and organic cover of a top 40 song is more up your alley, the Country Showcase is also on Saturday night. Chief Correspondent Katie Greene has all the details.
Thanks, Annalise. I'm sitting here with Josh Miranda, one of this year's Country Showcase contestants. So, Josh, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Josh Miranda. I'm originally from Hendersonville, Tennessee, so I'm a local here. I've been playing music pretty much my whole life.
Now I'm sitting here with Mignon Grabois. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Now tell me a little bit about who you have with you today.
This is one of my guitar players, Jackson, and this is my wonderful manager, Miranda.
Now I'm sitting here with Eddie Sines, who's yet another one of this year's Country Showcase participants. So Eddie, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm from deep South Texas, and I do mean very, very deep South Texas, where the Tex meets the Mex.
Could you tell me a little bit about your musical influences as a band?
As a band, we've been kind of studying a lot of Faith Hill.
I grew up listening to a lot of outlaw country, like Waylon Jennings, Johnny Cash, even like some Hank Sr. going back there. And then kind of mix that in with some 90s country also, you know, some George Strait.
Keith Urban, John Mayer. I listen to a lot of Dave Matthews Band. And I'm just getting into Hunter Hayes. That kid's ridiculous.
How have rehearsals been going since you've just been together a month? Has it been stressful? Has it been fun?
It's been fun.
Yeah. We got a great group of musicians.
For me, I thought I was going to be so stressed with this whole process, but these guys are really professional.
The band's been phenomenal to work with for the past month or two now. We actually did Follies last semester also. We did the Follies gig, and that was a lot of fun. But these guys are just stand-up professionals and just stand-up guys, one of the most genuine people you ever meet, some of the most genuine people.
We had one rehearsal before live callbacks, and I was sick, so I didn't make it to that. So the first time I played with the guys was at the lives, and it's not my normal band because all of my normal band graduated in December.
Do you have any tricks up your sleeve for this weekend?
We're still working on that.
Still working on that, keeping that on the DL.
Rain check on that one.
Rain check.
It's going to be a lot of energy. It's going to be fun, and going to take you home a little bit with me to South Texas for a while.
Great.
And more than anything, just be prepared to get up out of your seat and have some fun.
Yes,
Yes. We gonna elaborate, or we're gonna keep it on the DL?
there's a surprise.
Since we're just freshmen and we got in and everyone, it's a big deal to us, so we
Right.
just really want it to go over well. And so there's a certain weight that goes with it, but we're still having a lot of fun.
I'm not a music major or anything. I'm an exercise science major and a political science minor. And I just do music because I feel like that's kind of what I'm here for, is to do music.
Where can we find your music?
You can find it on iTunes. I've also got a lot of hard copies with me, and if you come up to me and get a hard copy after the show, I'll give it to you for free.
That sounds like an awesome deal. That's all we've got. Just a quick reminder, if you still need a date idea, the Country Showcase is this Saturday at 7 at the Curb Event Center. Back to you, Annalise.
Thanks, Katie. Now, what I'm about to tell you, I am hoping is not new news, but just to save you from admitting otherwise, I will bring you up to speed. Manti Te'o, a linebacker for the University of Notre Dame, got tangled up in a controversy involving his deceased and soon to be found out fake girlfriend. Next Monday during the Convo Hour will be the problem with the one and what God has to say about it. That's right, God has some dating advice for you, so you can't really say no. The discussion will take place in Beeman Meetings Rooms A and B. Also on Monday at 10 a.m. in Massey 100 is Freefall. If you were expecting this to be a Tom Petty performance, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this also might lift you up. The convo is actually about skydiving. Come listen to experienced diver and drop zone owner Paul Rousseau talk about his experience and then get tips on how you could also start dropping out of airplanes. Could you see yourself working for the big man in the big house? If you said yes, Belmont wants to help you get there. Wednesday at 10 a.m. in Massey 100, a representative from the Washington Center will be able to inform all students from all majors how they could intern at Washington, D.C. And that's about all we have for you this week. If you have story ideas or topics that you think we should cover on the show, send us an email or send us a tweet. And be sure to join us next Thursday for an all-new episode of The Week at Belmont. In the meantime, be sure to check out the Belmont Vision for all your campus news. Until then, I'm Annalise Kraus.
Friday night football, Saturday last call, Sunday hallelujah. If you like it up loud and you're hillbilly proud, then you know what I'm talking about. Let me hear you say, truck, yeah, I wanna